Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to G Bear's Off-Grid Ways, a homestead in the desert. And no, I'm not at my homestead. I'm at the job for the solar install. And there's the batteries that I just put in today and connected. And that's the Sigeneer inverter that he already had here, but it was running on 8 12-volt batteries in series parallel. And I realized that those are RV batteries. They're not deep cycle though. They've got cold cranking amps, so those would never work because they're designed. Those types of batteries are designed to put out a lot of power to crank an engine, and then charge up slowly as you run the engine from a generator or an alternator. Uh, that was not working for him, so we went to the SunGold Power 51.2 volt, 100 amp hour each. So now he's got 400 amp hours. With 8 of those batteries before, he had only about 300 amp hours total. And you had to divide that in half, so it was 150 amp hours is all he had out of the whole system. Well, of course, those batteries weren't designed to discharge slowly through a day or a night and charge quickly in the morning, so a couple of them had expanded, got blown up, and lost their ability to even hold their charge. But these are in place. Now, one of the things I want to mention on the rack batteries, the nice thing about it, is when you got them all tied together with the cables where they talk to each other, and when you turn on the screen, you see all the lights come on and go off. That's because I turned this one on and off, so all the others turned off. Now, if I do it again, you see the next one came on. Now they're all coming on. Well, that's how this system works, because battery number 1 is now controlling all the other batteries. So the communication cables, link out to link in, link out to link in, so forth and so on. And then the batteries are tied in parallel so that we raise the amps, but keep the 51.2 volts. So it still works for a 48 volt system. And then we look over here at the system, and we're showing 53.2. And right now there's no solar coming in because it doesn't need any. Okay? And we're putting 240 volts AC out into his circuit panel for right now. And this will get cleaned up. Cover's down there. That'll get installed. But I got more work to do in there, so we'll leave the cover off for now. And I put a ground rod in today. Drove an 8-foot ground rod outside. And those holes are going to get covered. These are the solar wires that whoever did the first install put in. Those are coming out. We've got solar wire, 10-gauge solar wire, on order from Amazon. Should have been here yesterday, but now they're saying it'll be here today. So when that comes, I'll hook that up. And they've got them in parallel, so we're not getting, we're getting more amps in here, but we're not getting enough voltage. So we're going to change all of that out with the solar panels he has. And anyway, there's the system. You get the glare off of there. So it's showing solar and utility are running everything right now because it doesn't need the batteries because the solar's taken over. So the batteries are resting, and as you can see, if I hit pack, they're all at 100%. So plenty of power, nothing to worry about. And I added a battery switch in here, so for emergency, just tap that down and shut the batteries off. And I'll be adding a DC breaker in on the incoming solar, so if something happens on the solar, they get hit by lightning, it doesn't blow up his all-in-one. In the meantime, that's about all I have for today. I'm going to be getting out of here. He's got plenty of solar panels here, so We're going to start with 6 panels in series, and that will put him at the maximum. This takes 250 volts maximum input. So if I start him with 6 panels at, say, 36 volts each or something like that, and that's just under 200 volts, and that should be about the maximum that we want to put in on here. Now, if that's not enough to keep his system running all day long and charging the batteries first thing in the morning and getting them charged up very quickly, we'll add a second set of 6 batteries, another set in, not batteries, but solar panels. We'll add a second set in series for the same voltage, but then we'll hook those in parallel with the first set of solar panels and then bring them into here. So we'll raise the amps coming in, but leave the voltages below the maximum voltage. And I think this one said on the gauge or on the paper there, you can see it, but I think it's clear that the 18 or 20 amps that we'll have coming in on 2 sets of panels would still not be over the maximum rated amps allowed. So that's it, everybody. I also temporarily hung a door on here so that he can close this up and secure it so people can't just see inside there. And we just put a little twist lock on it for right now. And that's that. All right, everybody. That's it. Nice out here. Another off-gridder. Doesn't have to pay Edison anything. This is G Bear thanking you for joining me. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Don't forget to share and subscribe.